The interesting thing about Star Fox Zero is it's an old game. It's not a throwback or an ironic joke. They took a team of N64 devs from 1997, put them in a time machine and had them make a game for the Wii U. That's how it feels anyway. So much of Star Fox Zero is comprised of unfashionable ideas. There's limited lives, a short runtime, and it leans heavily on a unique control scheme. We'll get to that in a bit. You're encouraged to replay the game just to improve high scores. For most, Star Fox Zero isn't the kind of thing that should receive a full price retail release in 2016. For others, Zero is an impossible dream that only managed to sneak out because of who Nintendo are and who Platinum are. Star Fox Zero is the exact Star Fox sequel I wanted. They nailed it. This is how Star Fox should look, how it should sound, and how it should play. They should ignore everything that's happened since Lilac Wars. They should have stupid animals bickering in spaceships. They should look polygonal and ridiculous. They should have a short campaign. Zero very much feels like something made by people who dearly loved Lilac Wars and had a very specific vision of what a new Star Fox game should be. The new game has been reviled for ignoring contemporary design trends and being bizarre. Star Fox is weird and that's how it should be. The controls are the thing that held most against the game. People never saw the purpose of them. It should be obvious. The ability to control your speed, movement and aim in tandem makes Star Fox a much more flexible game. Mind on the times in Lilac Wars where you wanted to shoot at something without flying directly into it? Well, you can actually do that now. Tilt the gamepad a wee bit and that's where you're targeting. Look at the TV and you can see where you're flying. Look at the gamepad for a cockpit view for additional accuracy. It takes a bit of getting used to, but this is a game with an arcade focus. You're supposed to develop skills over replaying it and attempting better runs. It's a 3D shmup. The controls are very odd, and even if you totally understand their advantages and limitations, there will naturally be times where you mess up because you haven't had to play a game like this before. It's natural to be frustrated. There is a logic here though, and it's too central to the game's design to fix it with a patch that makes the game play more like an old one. The payoff is a series of missions that are far more flexible than those we've seen before. You're playing creatively with the levels, and the all range mode sections don't just feel like a 3D showcase anymore. They are Nintendo combat arenas with all the fun and options that title implies. You can actively approach and avoid enemies at your own leisure. That really comes into play when fighting the huge bosses, which are up to the standards of any Platinum game. The vehicle changes are another thing that I've seen marked against the game. I really can't figure out why with that one. They are a joy. I love the Landmaster, I love the gyro wing, I love the wee chicken walker thing. They're all great fun and break up the pace in a really refreshing way. There's a great stealth mission where you can send in your wee direct eye robot to take out searchlights and security panels. It really showcases the flexibility of the game's design, and I can't gush enough about how much I love Direct Eye's voice. It's cute as fuck and it gives the game an additional well of charm to draw from. The ability to switch from the R-wing to the chicken walker allows you to slow your pace a little, to take out smaller, quick-moving targets or explore tight interior sections. Star Fox Zero's missions give you unique things to look forward to, and you'll find favourites you're excited to come back for. What really shines through all the changes is how free and smooth the classic concept is, and how the new controls elevate that feeling. Swooping through giant archways and taking out a squad of ships in one swift movement is smoother and more spontaneous than ever. You don't have to memorise levels to get the best out of this. You just have to get used to the moveset, which isn't even that technical or complicated. You just have to develop a feeling for it. The same was true for Wave Race and Pilot Wings and 1080. If you can love those, this should be a cakewalk for you. Once you're in, you can really have fun with the levels and the characters and the perfect distillation of what modern Star Fox should be. The Wii U and Star Fox Zero are very alike, harshly dismissed by the majority but deeply beloved by those who understood them. I have little doubt that when contemporary comparisons become irrelevant, they'll both become very highly regarded, at least by those who are likely to reevaluate a snap judgment. No, Zero isn't better than Lilac Wars, but it's the best game since by a mile, and the most ambitious game of the whole series. Who do you trust? Me, or the people complaining that Crystal isn't in it anymore? If you love classic Star Fox and the innovation of the Wii U, you won't regret picking this up. This is a game for you and me. Fuck the baddies. I love Star Fox Zero. Give me a classic focused action game full of explosions and style and nonsense. Something that really satisfies and surprises. Give me Miyamoto's best estimate of what Star Fox needs to be to justify its continued existence in the 21st century. Give me this, and don't let the Switch become a step back from this kind of bold confidence.